Pack it up, pack it in, let us begin. Coming to you live tonight from the beautiful Bill Austin Radio Studio here in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. We got you covered. It's Boston versus New York. We go head-to-head every Tuesday night, 9 to 9:30. Starting a little late tonight, not our fault. Preston, Rabb, AJ Goncalves here live from the Bill Austin Radio Studio. Lots to get to tonight. Russell Wilson heading to the New York Giants. Stefon Diggs heading to the New England Patriots. Opening day coming up this Thursday. And we're going to get to what's bugging us later in the show. Preston, how are you to start out this evening?
I am doing well. It stinks a bit in here, and my chair's a little wet, but I'm doing great. I'm having a great day,
Terrific.
A great week. Week's getting better. You know, I told you I had a little bit of a mishap today with a hangnail on my toe, but other than
God.
we are doing great. I'm doing great. I just need some Febreze in this room. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's get right to what's really going on here in the NFL. Two huge signings, in my opinion. Russell Wilson is heading to the New York Giants on a one-year deal. I believe there's $10.5 million guaranteed at signing, around $20-ish million going to Russell Wilson this year. Preston, give me your immediate thoughts. Just be quick and concise as we can. Again, and not our fault tonight that we are coming in a little bit late tonight, but we'll give you our best analysis as fast as we can. So, Preston, take it away.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign by the Giants. You know, you got a QB. You don't really have to worry. Now I think they're not going to get a QB this draft. I think they're going to wait till next draft to get a QB, and I think it's a better thing for them to do. The draft class next year looks a lot better. Kate Klubnik, Arch Manning, you name it, they'll be there. It's going to look like a better draft than Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. I think they're both great quarterbacks. I just don't think in the Giants system those two quarterbacks will do well. And I know other people are like, oh, draft Jackson Dart. I don't think we should draft Jackson Dart. I think we should get pieces to fix the team around the QB. And I mean, we have Russell Wilson and James Wilson, both veteran quarterbacks, both very experienced. Russell Wilson, you know, Super Bowl champion. He won actually the Super Bowl in MetLife Stadium against the Broncos. So I mean, he's got familiar with MetLife. But I think it's a good signing. I think I'm not mad. I was seeing it happening. I knew once we signed Jameis Winston's going to be basically our backup. Russell Wilson's our starting. They'll probably just switch between them every other week or so. I'm really not upset with it. I think it's a decent signing. It's good for what we have right now.
I like the signing for you guys. I think Russell Wilson still has some stuff left in the tank. I don't know what the hell the Steelers are doing right now. I would have signed Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers for sure. I like Aaron Rodgers, but he's an absolute tool bag, so I would have stayed away. I actually like this move a lot for you guys. Yeah, he's toast. I think he's cashed, but 1 year, the stopgap bridge guy with Jameis Winston in there too, not bad. I mean, let's face it, you're not going to win anything this upcoming season.
No.
Your season's already over. Brian Daboll is doing anything he can to save his job. What looks better? Taking Shedeur Sanders, he stinks up the joint, can't play. You know, that would be an issue. Or you wind up with Russell Wilson, who you know we know what he is at this point. You take Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, you choose. I think you're going to take Hunter. You get Travis Hunter and Malik Neighbors. What looks better? I think Hunter and Neighbors does with the potential of them taking a quarterback. I think that's why they did the move, okay? Solid move, but I'll give it like a B-. I'm not too overly thrilled with it. But they obviously knew that they were going to need something else in addition to Jameis Winston, and they get that here with Russell Wilson. Let's get to the real move, man. Stefon Diggs.
Great signing. I love it.
Big play Diggs going to the New England Patriots, baby. Kansas City, look out. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Drake May, baby. Drake May. It is finally his time to shine. The Patriots get him a pass catcher who really can do it all still. I'm sorry. I liked Stefon Diggs a lot. Yes. Am I a little homer? Yes. Was Stefon Diggs one of my favorite receivers growing up? Yes. Stefon Diggs at this point should really not be factored in that much coming off an ACL injury. But a lot of people, and this is, again, I'm going to get to things that are bugging me tonight. One thing that is bugging me already with this signing is the people that are somehow complaining about the money. Like, you're the team accountant. You're not. They gave him $29 million guaranteed over 3 years. Folks, that's nothing in the NFL. Go look at the contracts, for example. I'm not going to compare Higgins and Chase to Stefon Diggs, the player. I'm going to compare the contracts. Stefon Diggs got $29 million guaranteed. Go look at Jamar Chase's guarantee. It's north of $100. Let's settle down. Let's relax. This is a good pickup for the Patriots. I'm going to give it a B+. I am thrilled with this season with the Patriots. If somehow, some way, Shedeur Sanders goes too, and the Patriots can either find a way to get Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, socks off. We are thrilled with this Patriots team. They would be a legit AFC contender in a weak division. It is the AFC East. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what Mike Vrabel is doing now. They needed a sure thing at the wide receiver position, a veteran who's a savvy route runner who can make plays and can help the younger guys develop. I love the move for the New England Patriots. If you're saying it is an overpay, you need to go look at the contract again. It's not. It is all about the guaranteed money in Gills. They gave him $29 million guaranteed. That will be almost nothing. If he plays well for a year or two, it's well worth it for the Patriots, who needed desperately a wide receiver one. When's the last time the Patriots, folks, have had a legit number one alpha wide receiver? They haven't had it since Randy Moss for a full length of time. That was 2010. That was the last time they had him. 2010, folks. It is 2025. Yes, Stefon Diggs, not the player he once was, but still, much better than what they were working with before. Gives them a little more cachet in that receiving room.
Yeah, I think the Patriots look absolutely hot. I think that division's going to be a really good chance for them to win it. I mean, Buffalo did.
Wow.
I mean, they could. I mean, Buffalo is still a great team. I think Patriots have a chance. I mean, you take down Buffalo one game. I mean, hey, that's a good division win. The Jets and Dolphins are just not even in the conversation anymore. Those teams, Jets are a dumpster fire like they've always been for the past 100 years, and I've said this till the day I die. The Jets will never win a Super Bowl in our lifetime. They are a horrible franchise. They're cursed. The only reason Joe Namath that won Super Bowl, other than that, nothing, and they'll never win it. I hate when I see when the Jets got Rodgers 2 years ago. They're like, oh, Jets Super Bowl. Rodgers' ACL lasted more than my. I don't know what was quicker. Rodgers on the start with the Jets or my 40-yard time? Probably Rodgers on the Jets. So
Rodgers' Achilles, yeah.
Rodgers' Achilles or my 40-yard dash. I'm thinking Rodgers' Achilles was quicker than that. So that's saying I'm not really a fast runner, and Rodgers is.
I thought it was kind of funny. It wasn't bad. 6 out of 10, not bad.
All right, thanks. No, I think the Patriots look good. I think Drake May and that connection with Diggs. I think Diggs is still one of probably the best wide receivers, more like in the top 10 still in the league. I think he's a great receiver.
Not that high on him, but yeah,
I think he's a great receiver. I just think he was portrayed bad on Buffalo because he always had to play against the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC title game or division.
Yep.
So when he would not put up, because the team would double guard him. I mean, they would put a ton of people on them. Unlike they're having, Gabe Davis is always, never was really guarded. That's why he always got more receptions. So everyone's like, Davis is not a playoff type receiver. He's a great receiver. I just think that, when he played Kansas City all the time, it was just they're like, okay, we got to get to Diggs. And because the Saints didn't do it to Diggs that one wild card game, and the rest is history. So, I mean, I think it's a great signing. I think you guys are going to do great. I think definitely, maybe putting it out there, division win. But I think the Bills will still win the division. I think Patriots will definitely get the wild card spot now. That team looks really good. Mike Vrabel is the head coach now. I think it looks really good. I mean, he's a great coach. Jared Mayo was horrible. Thank God you guys got rid of him. He was a disgrace, but yeah.
He was, as you would say, horrible. Yeah.
Don't make fun of my accent, man.
No, I love it. No, I really do.
Dude, I was on vacation literally for 9 days. 10 days. And Zach and Wyatt Wyatt Bomeyer and Zach Durasic were literally making fun of how I say horrible and how I say Florida. And they were making fun of me for 9 days, and I still had to drive them around half the country. So I had to deal with that. But no, I think Patriots look good. I think Giants got a decent future coming up too. I think getting a QB next draft, either Arch Manning, Clay Klubnik. I think they'll definitely finish last in the NFC. I don't really care. It's fine.
Someone's cleaning in the
background right now. There's a vacuum going on.
Hold on. Time out. I got distracted by the question. You want Cade Klubnik?
Cade Klubnik, you can get Arch Manning. I think we'll definitely get Arch Manning. I think we'll go number 1 overall.
You want Cade Klubnik?
I'm saying if we don't get Arch Manning, who else are we getting?
You want Cade Klubnik in your number 2?
Who's in that? Who's everyone else in there? Who's the rest of the people in that draft?
LSU kid, Nico Amalava from Tennessee. There's a ton that I could go down the list and tell you. I mean, Arch Manning, I think, is the clear, concise number 1.
I think Arch Manning will be number 1. I think we'll definitely.
We'll have to see, but we'll evaluate that later.
That evaluates next year when the next college football season's over.
We'll 100% do that. But
no, I think both of our teams. I think you have a really good future right now. I think my team will definitely something next 2 or 3 to 4 years will be something again. Hopefully,
you better hope.
I mean,
They've sucked. They have sucked since that last Super Bowl. They have been a disaster.
We had that one season when we won the wild card against Minnesota, and I think if we paid Saquon, we wouldn't be in this position right now.
You are a disaster. You're a laughing stock, Preston.
Well, Robert Mara, not
John Mara?
John Mara. I'm thinking of Rob Manfred. John Mara.
I want to get to Rob Manfred later, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, John Mara is something else, man. I can't keep defending him. I have Cashman to deal with. I have Lou Laramero to deal with. I have John Mara. I mean, I got 3 GMs right here that just
Fair.
make my team make me want to go crazy. But moving on to some
Stefon Diggs a Patriot, Russell Wilson a Giant. Good stuff. MLB. Opening day.
2 days.
Less than. At this point.
Yeah, being on the West Coast, Yankees game starts at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, well, so essentially less than.
So Yankees start off playing the Brewers, which will be Nestor Cortez versus Carlos Rodon, which will be a crazy start. I think will be fun. I think the Yankees will sweep that series. I don't think the Brewers are anything special this year. But yeah, give me your take on the Red Sox. Who you guys got?
So we got Texas going into Fenway Park,
Ooh,
taking on the Red Sox. I think that could be an ALCS preview. Honestly, I think it very well could be.
I think the top 3 teams in the AL right now are New York, Boston, and Texas.
Texas, Boston, New York.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Until the Yankees prove to me that they're starting pitching 1 through 5 can be elite.
The pitching is the one I'm worried about, but the hitting, honestly, our hitting looks good right now.
I trust your hitters more than your pitchers, and that's saying something without a Juan Soto there, and with a lot of question marks in your hitting. Yeah, I think that's
Austin
not
Wells
a crazy
is
statement.
hitting fantastic over spring.
I mean, let's not call him William Contreras here. I mean, he's a borderline solid,
he was
solid.
He was
average
a literal
catcher.
rookie last year.
I know.
We're
trying to act like he's Buster Posey now. I think we're getting a little ridiculous.
I'm not saying he's Buster Posey.
I mean, the first guy you brought up after Aaron Judge was Austin Wells.
I didn't say Aaron Judge.
Well, you immediately came out. So you're saying Austin Wells now?
I'm saying Austin Wells had because I'm starting with the lineup. Austin Wells is leading off, so he's had a great spring so far.
The question mark for you is Cody Bellinger. The question mark.
Bellinger's been hitting great. He's 400 right now.
So that's terrific, and it's spring training, and he's playing, in my opinion, against high school pitching.
So then you can't say any hitter has had any competition.
No,
besides the Dodgers and Cubs.
The season starts for me on Thursday. It actually does.
I still think it's good though to see your players warm up again.
Yeah,
it's better to look at a team that look at Kyle Tucker. He's one for he was 4 for 50 right now, or 4 for 60.
Doesn't matter. Well, talk to me when the games actually matter, when they count, when it's an actual regular season game.
I think the Yankees hitting is going to do. I think it won't be as great, but I definitely think it'll be good enough that people are underestimating without Juan Soto.
I mean, that's great. But here's the thing, Preston, that I want to get into with baseball overall, as opening day is now less than 48 hours away for some folks. Listen, Rob, there is a cloud that is just overriding this MLB season for me. I'll tell you what it is right now.
The Players Association agreement?
The collective bargaining agreement expires at the end of the season. It expires after the 2025 season. So after this year's World Series, in theory, the CBA expires. So there could be a world that we live in come this time next year that there's no opening day, that there is no baseball next year. I am going to give a warning right now to Major League Baseball. I'm going to give a warning to the players. I'm going to give a warning to the owners. I'm going to give a warning to Rob Manfred. I'm going to give a warning to Tony Clark, anyone associated with baseball. Your sport is dying already. If you don't have a baseball season next year, or it even starts late, you are sinking your own ship. Do not do that. People already are tuning out of your product left and right. If you, for some reason, find a way, players, owners, Manfred, Tony Clark, head of the Players Union, if you guys somehow find a way not to play baseball, you will unofficially kill your sport. I am so serious about that. You will lose a demographic, and that is the young demographic. When we are 40 and 50 years old, we better not be living in a world where people do not watch baseball because the owners, the players in 2025 got in the way of Major League Baseball and essentially killed the sport. Don't do it. I'm giving you the warning now in advance. I want it to be on the record March 25th, 2025. Do not, and I repeat, get a CBA done. Do not get into a position where there is no baseball come this time next year. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll lose me. We'll lose Preston. You'll lose everyone, just about everyone from this demographic. I am so serious about that. There are, Preston, there are people our age who already as it is cannot watch baseball. If you take away baseball come opening day next year, that will be the dagger to Major League Baseball, and I am serious about that. Sorry, I may have gotten a little spit on your phone there. I get angry.
I'm just cleaning because I have OCD with the fingerprints. You're good.
I get a little angry when I hear things about the CBA and how much of an issue it's going to be. Figure it out. Figure it out now.
I think it's going to be a huge problem, especially watching 2022 when that season started late because of the lockout. I think this is going to be between the owners not wanting a salary cap and the players. The owners wanting a salary cap and the players not wanting a salary cap. That's going to be the main problem. Because owners don't want to pay as much. Players want to get paid as much as they want.
Players are going to want a floor too.
Yeah, I think that I think the owners are going to fall through and give the players what they want because I believe that's the only way to save baseball. Players will not bite because they're already living off of hundreds of millions of dollars and they're like, fine, we don't have to play. We'll just live in our nice houses. As these owners are like, well, we need money to revenue the team to keep paying you guys. We're going to have to. And then it's just going to be a whole thing. The owners are just going to fall through. I think it will be fine. I think it will be a good month of a standoff, at least a month and a half of a standoff if we're either going to have an open day or not. I think it will be signed probably sometime in late February. And I think this season will start just on time, just be like 2 weeks less of spring training.
I just wanted to give that warning now. I don't want to hear,
I know.
I don't want to hear any excuses.
I remember watching it in 2022 when this happened last time, and we had that 2-week delay. I think that I think the owners are going to fall through and let the players get what they want because that's the best thing they can do. That's going to be the best revenue for their teams. If they want to keep the sport alive, if you want to go to the owners, if the owners want to win this, they will ruin the sport of baseball in general because they're going to be cheap with the players. Players are going to want to play for these teams anymore, and the players are just going to go in. The players don't even want to do that. It's just going to be a carousel of just crap. So I think the best thing is going to happen. Owners just need to let the players get what they want. They have the money. You're gonna bring in more revenue if you have people that come into games to see players because you're paying these guys cheap. You're gonna have these big name stars. They're not even gonna want to play anymore. You're gonna have the whole league of just nobodies that are in AAA basically up in the league, and people aren't even gonna pay to go to the games. So you're not gonna even get any revenue. Best thing to do, let the players get what they want. I know it sounds selfish. We'll definitely have our first $1 billion contract probably soon. I definitely think it'll be the next 5 years. I don't know who it could be. I have plenty of options, but it'll be soon.
This would be a generational malpractice if they lose prime Ohtani, if they lose prime Aaron Judge.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I think the owners are smart enough.
I hope it doesn't.
They know because the problem is they know when they have the money, they're just cheap. All the owners are cheap. Look at Brian Cashman. Dude. I'm saying right now, my own owner for the Yankees is cheap.
He's the GM, but Steinbrenner.
Steinbrenner's cheap too. They're both cheap.
Steinbrenner is your owner. Yeah.
Yeah, Steinbrenner's cheap. Cashman's cheap when it comes to signings.
I don't think it's Cashman's fault.
I think Cashman is. I don't
think the cheap aspect is his fault. He's not the funder.
I just think Steinbrenner kind of makes Cashman his puppet, and
that's fair. Yeah, you want to say that.
And it makes him cheap, and I think in a way that Cashman has become like that because of just Steinbrenner. And I believe, I'm seeing George Steinbrenner right now in my mind, picturing him rolling around in his grave, watching Juan Soto go to the Nets, and probably letting Ohtani walk. But, there's a lot of things that I think the Yankees would have had if the boss was still around, but he's not. So, but the best thing for the players and the owners, let the players get what they want. It's going to save baseball.
I agree, 100%. March Madness, quickly. Any thoughts on March Madness at all?
Woo Pig Suey, go Razorbacks in the Sweet 16 for the fourth time in 5 years, playing Texas Tech, who they are familiar with. That Arkansas Razorbacks team beat Texas Tech 68-66 back in 2022 in the round of 32 when the Must Bus was still rolling in Arkansas, not in USC anymore. But, yeah, I think Coach Calipari against Rick Pitino, the battle of the Godfathers. The Italian Stallions going at it.
Battle of the two bags.
Oh, shut up.
No, I'm not going to shut up. I
thought it was a great game.
Actually going to stand up.
You don't like Rick Pitino, I know that.
No, Rick Pitino is a scumbag. And that's putting it lightly for Rick Pitino. Calipari isn't much better. Two Italian Goombas. I can't stand either one. That was awesome, watching Pitino lose. And then he goes to his son's game the next night, and he watches them in person lose.
Hey, but you got to give Mexico credit.
I'm not giving them any credit. I was laughing so hard at the TV all weekend. AJ had a great weekend watching the Pitino's downfall. That was awesome. And Calipari will come soon. That Arkansas team is not that good. They're lucky St. John's just couldn't hit a shot all night. That was ridiculous. Rick Pitino goes out in round 2. Oh my God. Preston, that was awesome.
I watched it. I watched the game. I was watching it on my laptop because my TV, apparently when I had the March Madness app, doesn't let me watch the March Madness games. Random. I also
that was my second best sports moment of the year so far. Number 1 is that Super Bowl with Mahomes and Kelsey just getting the absolute crap kicked out of them. That was number 1.
That was a good Super Bowl to watch.
But number two by far, both Patinos lose.
Well, now you can't hate New Mexico anymore because Richard Pitino's at
he's at Xavier now, right?
Xavier,
Of course,
yeah.
right.
But no, I think
it's the typical Pitino snake thing. He makes you think you're bought into one culture, and then suddenly he'll just leave. Yeah, that's coming with Rick Pitino too. If you're a St. John's fan at all, he's gonna leave soon.
Oh yeah, he'll leave.
Little snakes, the Pitino.
But no, I think this is going to be a good game to watch. I think it's an upset watch team. It's a great team. They're not supposed to be. They shouldn't be ranked a 10 seed. That team always gets ranked a lot lower than they should be. But no, it'll be a great game, Texas Tech and Arkansas. And I think another team right now that's sticking out to me is Florida. That team is amazing. I mean, they played their worst game of the season against UConn, and they still won. And
impressive from UConn.
Impressive for UConn. Oh my God, that team.
Dan Hurley's a
great coach. I will definitely see UConn back in the top, probably 4 seeds next year come March Madness. I'm not worried about Dan Hurley. He does not need to worry. He has a great future ahead as coach of UConn. But yeah, I'm excited for the Sweet 16. It's got a ton of great games. And you know what? People get really mad about saying how there's no upsets this year. I personally have enjoyed that there. Oh my God, my voice is like going out.
Oh, good, man.
I have enjoyed there being not many upsets and more of like the powerhouses going against each other because that's more enjoyable to me watching. Yes, there's no Cinderellas, but I think the biggest Cinderella right now, I guess you could say, was McNeese with Amir Ora Khan, or you can say is Razorback.
That kid could be my tool bag of the week, Amir Ora Khan.
Oh my God, that kid was awesome.
Who is that guy?
Who is? Okay,
I don't get it.
He's making money. You know, he got people putting his face around socks and cheerleaders are wearing them. He was the man of the hour. Man with the power. Who cares if McNeese lost? He transferred to NC State just like where Will Wade went.
I do. I have a problem
with
the NCAA actually posting on their Instagram, thank you, not to a player, to this kid named Amir Ora Khan.
I thought he's a staple to March Madness, but let's get on that next week, but we got one more thing to finish off with.
All right, so I'm going to do something called What's Bugging Me this week, okay? And it has nothing to do with sports this week, even though Amir Ora Khan is right up there, this kid.
Okay, he's better than whatever. I know it's bugging you, but he's a lot better.
What is bugging me? This goes for all the guys, goes for all the gals out there.
Goes for everybody.
Really, any human on Earth.
Aliens?
When you go to the bathroom, please, for God's sakes, wash your hands. I can't believe I have to say that. And this isn't preschool. When you use the bathroom and you go number 1 or number 2, what's your next move? The next move should always be
Sink.
To flush the toilet.
Flush the toilet.
Be nice to the next person next to you or the next person after you. And number 2, for God's sakes, please wash your hands. Wash them. I am sick to my stomach of people not washing hands. I don't get it. How can you live with yourself? And then those same people are always getting sick. It's interesting how it works sometimes. Please, when you go to the bathroom, I shouldn't even have to say this, but I can't believe I do. Wash your hands. There is nothing worse than watching someone use the bathroom, walk straight out, touch a door handle, right?
Oh no, I see a lot.
Go get food from somewhere.
Oh God!
Take a pizza spatula, grab pizza, put it on their plate with a dirty hand.
Wait, don't tell me this happened in the cafeteria today.
Oh, wait, I saw it today with my own 2 eyes. Yep.
Oh, yep. I see this a lot.
Disgusting.
Too.
Absolutely disgusting. And then they take the pizza and they eat it with their hands. I don't get it at all. I didn't eat pizza today, Mom and Dad. I'm eating healthy. But listen, it's ridiculous. Please, for the love of God, wash your hands. Wash them. You'll find it really interesting that if you wash your hands after every meal and you don't touch your face frequently, it's interesting how you don't get sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up with that little thing. I'm finishing up right here. We're a minute late, but you know what? We were here 6 minutes later than we should have been. Yeah, wash your hands, please, for the love of God, everyone. Please wash your hands. I've experienced, not myself. I do wash my hands, but I've experienced many times of non-hand washers doing things that they should have had their hands washed. I experienced it a lot, but not me. But yeah, please wash your hands, guys. It's very nice to do that, especially because, you know,
I can't believe I have to say that.
I'm 19 years old and I'm telling people at 9:30 at night on the Arizona time that to wash your hands. Yes, there's people that still don't wash their hands. It's crazy that I'm saying this. It's crazy that we're even having to talk about this, but we'll definitely have another thing that bugs us next week. But that's it for this week, folks. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy March Madness. Enjoy opening day. And we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.